I'ma press play every time.
The funny don't stop the shows. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop the shows. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop the shows. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop the shows. The funny don't stop. Hey.
My name is Halo Thomas, and you're listening to the Funny Don't Stop Show.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's my 3-year-old daughter. She is doing the intro every single week. Anyway, my name is Alex Thomas, and I am the host of the Funny Don't Stop Show.
All right.
Yeah. We back. It's another Tuesday. Oh, let's go. Is this number 3?
Tonight is the third night.
Come on, man. But it feels like we've been together like years, right?
3 times the charm. Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, you know, I can't do this show without having amazing co-hosts and some interesting people, amazing people, funny people. I'm going to start all the way down to my left. He is an internet sensation. He is an amazing comedian. He does 19,000 impressions. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Savvy Amusing.
Hey, what up, the Funny Don't Stop Show?
Absolutely. Then I got my girl right here, the beautiful, lovely, and gorgeous, and funny, and talented Dara. Give it up for Dara.
Dara!
Yes,
You're
Dara.
too kind. You're too kind.
Batman! We got Sed Brass right here to the
up,
right.
everybody?
How you feel, Sed?
I'm good. I feel good.
That's what's up. And obviously, you know, you can't have a radio show if you don't have music and sound effects. And, you know, the party can't get cracking if you don't have a DJ. So big round of applause for DJ Dano in the building.
DJ Dano!
DJ Dano. How you feel, Dano?
I don't have a microphone. I feel good, though.
But we can still hear you, though.
Dano don't have a mic?
What's wrong with you, brother?
Technical difficulty. Look, I'm
First of all,
trying.
you're a DJ. You should have like mics in every pocket.
I got a mic. But
You should be walking around with mics.
Yo, Dano.
Yo.
I'm real happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Alex Thomas had the best comedy special of all time.
Kanye, what up?
Snatch the mic.
Yes.
Hey, and you know we can't do this show without having a hell of a producer, a man that knows that board behind us. Big round of applause for Doc. Give it up for Doc, ladies
Give it
and
up for
gentlemen.
Doc, the DOC, baby.
And of course, the reason, you know, you see us every single week on YouTube and you see all the amazing videos and all the crazy artwork, you got to give a big round of applause for my boy, Raul. AKA the Big Goose.
Yeah, be careful when you say that now.
Why?
Because El Gapo.
Oh, what? I mean, what?
Chapo.
Oh, Chapo.
Did you say El Gapo?
Chapo. Last name is Guzman.
Jesus.
Wait,
Chapo.
have you already had a few sips of the Ciroc?
Yeah.
Have you been sipping on the Ciroc?
Oh, we got some.
Come on, you know
yeah.
that's our sponsor, Dano. Are you serious? He's trying to
Drink
play it off.
responsibly. Drink responsibly.
Drink was, but we got to give a big round of applause and shout out to Diddy and Ciroc for being our sponsor. So big round of
Yo,
applause.
shout out to Diddy.
Take that.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly.
Hey, did you see the brunch they had the other day at the Grammys?
That was crazy,
Amazing.
right?
It's always kind of fly when you watching them, man.
I know. I'm trying to
It
be
is.
there next year. I can't believe these last few years I've been slipping. It's just like a gathering of black excellence. You know what I mean? Everybody's suited and booted.
Yeah, I do like the part when he kind of huddled everybody together.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, the black man is God."
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
toasted up the drinks.
Absolutely.
That was
That
hot.
was dope. That's
Yeah, that
definitely
was dope.
how to be. And again, I just want to thank Diddy. I've known Diddy over 20 years, man. I remember when dude was passing out flyers in front of clubs in the mid 90s,
wow.
promoting his artists, you know, Biggie and Craig Mack, rest in
Right.
peace, those kind of
Yeah.
things. And I've just seen his whole journey, and it's just inspiring. It's very inspiring, and I'm just happy that he messes with us.
Right.
And you know, that blackberry Ciroc is off the chain. Is it not off the chain?
It's delicious.
Soul for chain, baby.
I mean, you can drink that blackberry Ciroc like straight out the
Straight.
bottle, straight.
Yeah, straight.
You know,
Ice.
but you got to throw a little lemonade in there, and you know what I mean. It's just a nice. It's kind of like a blackberry martini.
A little garnish.
A little garnish.
A little garnish.
So speaking, let's just dive in right away. Before we dive in, I want to let everybody know. Call us. We want to hear what everybody has to say. All right, on any topic. 310-986-6610. I'm gonna say it one more time. 310-986. 888-866-6610. So we're going to be talking about stuff for the next hour and a half. Last week we had so many calls we weren't even able to get to everybody. So don't be upset if we don't get to you. It's just these lines are blowing up, and that shows we got a lot of love. We appreciate that. But also, and if you're in your car right now, if you're rolling on your trucks, honk on the side of the road. You know, it's not just the people watching us on YouTube. It's a lot of people from all over the world that are just listening in on us right now too. So
They can be on the metro too.
say it again.
They can be on the metro.
Metro, trains, planes, and automobiles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's just dive in. I'm gonna start with Dara. Did you watch the Grammys?
I did watch the Grammys. I watched a little bit.
Tell us about it from a female's point of view.
I loved it. I love seeing all the females come together and kick ass on the show. I know, some people were saying that they felt that it was a more female dominated this year. I don't know how you guys felt about that. If you guys watched it.
Definitely female
And
dominated.
I feel also that happens too because musically of the song that is the songs that are out. But there's also other awards that go on behind that are not on television. They're not televised. There's like 200 other awards. There's different,
Isn't that crazy?
Shout out to Chappelle. He got one.
Yeah, he got for the best comedy album.
So many other awards that we don't.
Didn't
hear
Leon
about.
Bridges get did he get one this year?
I don't know if he got one. Did he get one?
He got nominated. I don't believe
got nominated.
Won. I don't believe
Okay.
he won though.
All right. And
I love Dolly. Got to give a shout out to Dolly Parton.
absolutely.
Those are real boobies, by the way. Those are real.
I
I thought she had a reduction. I think she got a reduction though. Yeah.
Because she's had big titties since 76. So
Since she was born, she came out with like D cups like when she was born. She was born with a training bra when she came out. They put diapers and a training bra on her. when she came out.
exactly. Like I think, to be honest with you, to prove that she had those like way before people were doing the breast implants, right?
Yeah.
Like in the 70s and 80s.
They're all natural. She's
Yeah,
a
she
tiny
started the
little
trend.
thing. She did.
But was she in Playboy back in the day?
No, I don't think
So she never showed her areolas.
No, I don't think we never seen Dallas titties, have we?
Yeah.
I got a buddy who saw him once. I just
Dallas?
made that shit up.
I love how Alex like, did she show her areolas?
You know, as a kid, we always, as a young black kid, it's the weirdest thing. Dolly Parton was like the closest you got to until like Apollonia and like all the other black women came out.
Right.
Used to kind of like wonder about
Dallas
Dolly Parton
titties.
back in the day.
Remember that song she had?
Did you have a crush on her set? Was she like your crush as a
That's low
kid?
key.
No,
Sounds
I was still black militant back then. Still.
You were militant at 11 years old.
I was still. I was still
Even with a set of
Militant at 11 years old.
Came out Wakanda forever. Since it came out.
So you were selling bean pies when you were 9.
Hey, I'm from the Chi, man. That's how it was in the Chi, man. You got Farrakhan, you got Jesse Jackson. You know, people don't understand how militant Chicago is. It's not a surprise. You got Oprah there. You got Obama. People really don't realize like there's we got Harlem in New York, but
Right.
Chicago has a whole different professional black movement going on.
That's where like the main Muslim headquarters is, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
black Muslims, it's in Chicago.
Yeah, that's
right?
where Farrakhan lives.
Right.
Chicago. Everybody's in the Chi.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, even the gang. So it's, we got to clean it up, but we about to do some good things in Chicago.
So you're telling me when you were 9 years old and you saw Dolly Parton's Triple D titties on TVs, you was like, I just can't do it. I'm gonna get back on this tricycle. I'm playing the sandbox. Should not be looking at the nipples that look like cold thumbs. I can't do it.
Yeah.
At 9 years old, right? You was just a little angry nigga at 9 years old.
The OGs always make sure you stayed in line. So that's what I had to do.
So an OG came in and just said, little black boy, take your eyes off them titties.
Hey, even your pimps kind of like did they thing in Chicago, Of course, we got Don Juan, but it was so many out there. They was always giving free game to the young cats. So
So you guys learned from pimps as a child?
yes.
Incredible.
So you trying to tell me a pimp helped you with your times tables? Was what you
Listen, all of the
Look
pimps.
here, little nigga. I said 12 times 12 is 144, nigga. So a pimp helped this nigga with his education. With his
Hey, even worse, all the pimps turned to pastors. That's why Don Juan kind of like second
Yeah,
as
he
a
always
pastor.
talking about church stuff.
Yeah.
All the pimps when they lose, all they
Jack,
tricks.
let me tell you something, man. Man, look, on the third day, Jesus rose, Jack.
Yeah.
And I'm coming from the Chi-Town, Jack.
Yeah.
And I'm the one said to be militant church, Jack.
As he's smoking weed through his nostrils.
Smoking weed through his nostrils.
That's some inside shit. You got to be around Snoop and a lot of them to know. I love the Bishop. He is my boy, but that nigga will smoke some weed through his nose. I'd never seen it before.
That's incredible.
Is that a Chicago thing too?
I've never seen that one.
Like
either.
instead of blowing like he goes through his nose. And,
Oh, hell
and
no.
you don't
Like he's
know-
snorting cocaine?
Yeah, and you don't know if to say hallelujah or
Damn, man, that's some dangerous shit.
Jesus.
I don't know. It hits your brain harder.
Yeah,
and
that
quicker.
sounds dangerous. Damn.
That's
Well, if you're
impressive.
out there and you smoke weed through your nose, hit us up at 310-986-6610. So we were still talking about the Grammys. Did you want to talk some more about the Grammys? Like, I'm just curious, Dara. I'm going to ask you a question right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
You are a nice young lady that is Jewish from the East Coast.
Yeah.
Are you a Cardi B fan?
I love Cardi B.
What is it you like about her? Because, there's been a whole lot of mess, like people saying she didn't deserve it. She went on and, defended, all the haters and this and that. I mean, what's your feeling on Cardi B and her music and winning? Was it album of the year? Was it hip-hop album of the year?
Album of the year.
Record.
Rap album.
Album and hip hop record.
Album
So
and
she got 2
hip-hop
Grammys.
record.
Yes.
Okay. So
I
what's
said-
your feeling on that?
I give her
Dara?
props for putting her 2 middle fingers up in the air for anybody hating on her. You know what? I remember years ago I was flipping through the channels and I saw the hip hop Love and Hip Hop New York or whatever show it was.
Yeah.
That's when she started off becoming recognized on
Yeah.
television. And I said, there's something about this girl. I knew then. I was like, man, there's something about her. She was so funny to me. It was her personality that sold me because she was so raw and so real, and she would make.
It's okay. You
she
can
would
say it.
put-
She was ratchet as hell.
I
She
mean,
put ratchet, gave ratchet
Yeah,
a
she-
new definition.
But that's what made her so fun because she didn't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Right.
She straight from the street doesn't give 2 shits about anybody's opinion, and I respected that. And when she started dropping videos on Instagram, I used to start sending videos to all my friends. I'm like, check this girl out. And this is before
right.
this is when she was just starting to make music. And I said, this girl's funny. She's gonna do something.
She said the funniest thing ever when she won. Did you guys see the video?
she should've
with,
smoked weed?
She said
No,
she started smoking weed.
and what's her name? Offset came behind her.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, yeah. He got behind her, and she was like, yeah, nigga, you gonna get this Grammy pussy tonight.
Oh, I didn't
You
hear
gonna
that.
get some Grammy pussy tonight.
I love her. I think she's great.
I am
think
not a
she's dope.
Cardi B fan. I just can't do it. Maybe I'm
You-
just
you
getting
can't
old.
follow the wave?
Maybe I'm just the old guy now. I'm just accepting that right now.
Now, why
I
is
don't know-
that?
I don't know any of her. I don't know any of her songs. Not to cut you off. Like I don't mean it like that. I don't know her album.
I
don't, like, know her album.
Exactly.
That shit'll go platinum.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on that, Seb. I love her for the fact that, you know what, she's having fun, she's living it. It's the production that's making it hot,
Exactly.
too. It's the production.
Oh, big time.
100% it's the production. And of course, it's on the artist, too. And she's having,
You know what? The bottom
think it's
line
fun
is
for
it's
this-
just kind
for
of
this
like her
young
time. Here's what I don't like. What I don't like is, it's already hard enough to make it in the entertainment business. It's already hard enough to make it. I hate how they immediately started this divide and this so-called beef between like her and Nicki, because Nicki's amazingly talented, and she wanted that. Not just I hate seeing girl and boy shit. She could rip a dude's ass in pieces with her lyrics. Like she writes and she's clever and everything. I think there's room for everybody. I don't think you have to pull one down for one to be successful.
Right.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? I think there's room. What do you feel about that, Savvy?
No, I totally agree with that, man, because as you know, Alex, it happens in our field too, man. It's always somebody, oh, man, he copied off me.
Yeah.
He said the slight thing that I said. And so there's enough room if you're talented enough and unique enough where you can create your own lane and still be successful. So the fact that they're putting these two very talented artists against each other, like the Cardi is better than Nicki thing, man. Let these ladies get out there and eat and get their money.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Tired of it.
Dano, you're a DJ.
Yes.
You're in this music game. What do you think about what do you like as far as Cardi B? Are you a Cardi B fan? Do you play Cardi B at your parties? Do you get a lot of Cardi B requests? Is it more Nicki Minaj requests? I mean, from a DJ's point of view.
Said, man, borrow this.
Sure, go ahead.
Let me borrow this, Said. Oh, okay. So from a
Damn,
DJ
Mike Slap.
perspective,
Damn, nigga, is there hot sauce on the mic? You put the mic
might be.
all the way in your mouth. Nigga, you took a bite out the mic like it's the number 3 at Roscoe's.
nigga,
Corn on the cob over here.
okay, y'all have fun with that. So Cardi B talks retarded. I'm just gonna say it. She got vocabulary skills that are below Trump.
No.
But her lyrics and her musical program, her production is pretty damn dope. That's what makes her special.
But you know, these days,
and I don't mean special as in retard. I mean special as in like this musical icon that she's become. She got the Grammy. She made history. First black female to get a rap album of the year. Kudos.
Well, you know, in this day and age, you don't have to be the sharpest knife in the drawer. You don't have to have, you know, be the best sandwich, but because her lyrics, you know what I mean? When she goes, these are red bottom, these are bloody shoes.
Right.
I mean, and you look at, you know, Savage. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heels in my bank account. Heels in my bank account. Heels in my bank account.
Wait. And Alex.
In my bank account. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Shooters ready to gun you down. Shooters ready to gun. Nigga, if you got 8 niggas ready to gun me down, I'm not coming to your concert.
No. Right. No.
But you don't have to be brilliant now. Like Dara said, if you got amazing production, you have some type of presentation, you have some type of energy, in which she does have, and there's a lane for that now.
I find her more entertaining. I just think she's funny because like you said, like and her verbal skills and English skills that's what I just think she's fun to watch more than anything. You know.
I think we all need to say it together. What is that? Translate that to English.
Okay, so speaking, we were talking about the Grammys. They had a Motown tribute.
Oh yes, a lot of people were talking about that.
That was even worse.
Which was very. Who said which was even worse? Who said that?
I did. That
Tell
was
us about
even worse, man.
For the people that didn't see it, tell them what it was all about, what you saw, and then we want to hear what you have to say.
Well, we had the Motown kind of feature on the Grammys. But I just thought they could have picked anybody. Bruno Mars, anybody could have came out and did that tribute. Why J-Lo? Because they were trying to find a woman. I don't know. We could have found Janet Jackson, anybody.
Right.
But it just looked like she didn't even identify with the music that she was actually singing and dancing to. And that's what was really harmful. It wasn't the fact that she wasn't so-called African-American or black.
Right.
It's just that she did not have the epitome of what that music was, you know, emanating for the time.
Almost as if she just got the call 20 minutes before the show and she said, "Oh, these are the songs I got to get up there and sing."
Yeah,
you didn't feel it. I missed it, so I didn't get to see it.
She was doing salsa to, like, you know, Motown music. Like, you know what I mean?
Salsa to Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson came out.
She's like, my girl,
right.
talking about. I was like, yeah.
You don't think that was her trying to put her Latin, you know, swing onto the Motown song? Or?
Yeah, but that's the thing we dealing with right now. It's culture vultures. You cannot apply your culture to the culture at hand. It's already established. Do your thing. Ours is already established. Even though Smokey came out after and said the music is for everybody, and we created for everybody, and I get it, Hakuna Matata, let's all love everybody and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, what embodied that music was the soul and spirit of what we were going through in the 60s, and you felt that through the music. And we didn't feel that at all with J-Lo. And I'm glad people are waking up to that.
So I'm guessing if they did a Luther Vandross tribute and they had Justin Bieber sing her songs, that would bother you?
That would be a no. That would be a no.
I think she did a good job performing. She's an amazing performer. You know, to her defense, I would only say, like, I think she's a great performer. She performed her ass off, but I agree in the sense, I feel like it could have at least been a little bit of a mashup. Like, if it was J-Lo, maybe bring out some other people. Like, bring out Bruno, bring out, you know what I mean? Anybody, like just a whole mix, a whole diverse crowd. Make it like United Colors of Benetton because music has no color. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So just bring it, shut up. But bring out a little bit of variety of some people.
Right. Speaking of Motown, I have a brand new animated series on Netflix. I get people that hit me about it. It's called Motown Magic.
Motown.
It's the one black animated series on Netflix right now. So big round of applause for that.
Yes.
Smokey Robinson is actually the executive producer. My character's name is Jimmy Mack. I'm a 1965 Cadillac. My daughter loves it. She's only 3 years old. So if there's anybody listening right now, go to Netflix and check it out. It's called Motown Magic. It's educational too because you got to think about it. My daughter's 3, so she knows nothing about the history of the Jackson 5 or who Little Stevie Wonder was or who the Temptations were and stuff like that. But now she's learning all those songs. She's dancing to the songs and she's seeing amazing animation.
Right.
Whereas the grown folks, we remember the songs. Our uncles, our aunties, we remember the songs. So it's kind of like something for everybody. So we brought up Motown. So the name of the show is called Motown Magic. Check it out on
Mazel tov.
Can I just throw that in? Listen, man, I remember the first time I heard the Jackson 5 back in 1972. I was at a neighbor's house and they had the 45 and they dropped ABC, easiest one, in the den in their house. That 45 as well as 1, 2, 3. No, that's ABC, right? What's the other? Oh, I Want You Back. They played both of those on a 45 in their den, and we were like, pew.
So you just told us your age. You're like 79.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Wait. No, I saw that on the video. I saw that on the video is what I meant.
To the young people that are listening, a 45 is a device, right? That music is actually on it. It's actually smaller than a record. And nigga, a 45 looks like a nickel. That's about how small it is.
I'll shut up.
It's okay.
So funny.
It's okay. We're not even mad at that. There's so much in the news. But first of all, before we go there, I didn't even ask you. I always like to let people know, how are your weeks? What went on this week with you? Savvy, anything interesting this week in your life?
Yeah, man. I had a dope weekend, man. I was invited down to Salami Studios by Boondocks animator and Black Dynamite animator Carl Jones.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
So I did some voices. I did the voice of Designer, J. Cole. I did the voice of Kanye West, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and a couple of other characters for the new show Jellies. I'm sorry, is it Jellies and Toys? Sugar and Toys, one of the two that's going to premiere on Fuse TV. I do not know that date, but when I do know, you would know. So my weekend was absolutely amazing.
Oh, big round of applause for Savvy Amusing. That's a beautiful thing. How was your week, Dara? Because, we get to see each other once a week on Tuesday, so I always like to know if we don't talk on the phone. How'd your week go?
We got to catch up.
Exactly. What went on with your week?
I went to a dope-ass party. The Roots had a really fun party.
Shout out to the Roots, the dopest hip-hop band in the history of hip-hop.
Shout out James Poyser,
Questlove and all
Ray
them.
Angry, all the guys.
Black Thought.
Everybody. And they were so much fun. So I went there to go say what's up to everybody. And then there was a whole bunch of surprise performers that came out. Linda Perry came out and sang.
Oh, it's dope. Every year, it's crazy. I went a few years in a row.
How much fun is that?
Oh, my God.
You never know who's going to come out. And I was looking at the list, and so it said Dolly Parton there, but I was about to shit my pants.
Can you imagine if the Roots were doing beats behind Dolly Parton? That would be off the chain.
Yeah, that would be sick.
But the Roots, just so the people that never seen them live, they're that amazing.
Yeah.
Like literally, whoever you are, with no practice, they'll be like, "Oh, you're here today. You ready to go?" And they will play your music behind you, and it's incredible every year.
They're just so gifted like that. Yeah, Linda Perry.
Jam session.
Yeah, and Linda was on stage with Dolly. She wrote the song that Dolly was performing the other night.
Oh, okay.
And she's from 4 Non Blondes. And then who else came up and performed? There was John Baptiste. I ran into him in the hallway. He's a sweetheart. Shows nothing but love. He's on the Colbert Show. Yeah. So he sits on the show. Yeah.
Okay.
Such a sweetheart. Who else performed? Fela Kuti's son, Sean Kuti.
Wow.
Flew in straight from, where'd he fly in from?
South Africa.
Peru.
Yeah.
I just threw one out. Peru.
He flew in from China.
Exactly.
And nobody flew straight in from his hometown and right onto the stage because they were running late. They didn't even have sound. Just went straight from the airport to the stage.
Oh, okay.
A whole gang of heads. Anderson .Paak.
Love Anderson. Shout out to
Reba
Anderson
Tosin.
.Paak, one of the most amazing. He's got an old soul, man. That
He
dude,
does.
and especially with Dr. Dre behind him, the beats are crazy.
Oh my
if you
God,
don't know who
he's so
Anderson
sweet.
.Paak is, you need to download his music. It's incredible. It's universal
Good
too.
dude.
He sells out all over the world. He's a brother from Oxnard, California.
Yeah.
He would sell out a 5,000 seater, and it'd be more others than us.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Just a
His stuff's really crossed over.
Yeah, it's universal, and that's what it's about. That's what I love. It's
Music has no color.
That's what I love. Yeah, music has no color, and that's what I love about the Roots is because at every
Incredible.
show you see everyone from like your mom, to
I have every
the little-
Roots album they've
every
ever done
walk of
from
life.
the beginning.
From skaters to rockers to punk.
You
to
don't even
hip-hop.
understand.
I
So
love it.
Sed, how was your week, man? I know you always interesting and you know what? Better than just saying how was your week. I just want to know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Talk to us, Sed.
Man, it's actually before I get going, I actually spent my week reading up on like Kamala Harris's book. I purchased it because I want to be edified in what actually she's about and what's going on with the movement.
But before you go, I just got to say one thing.
Sure.
There's people out there that don't know who Kamala Harris is, so we're here.
I'm one of them.
Tell them who.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then get into it.
Yeah, Kamala Harris is running for president. First so-called black woman that's running for president in 2020.
Oh, we talked about her a couple
We
weeks ago.
talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I was like, you gotta know who she is. We just was talking about
I'm
it.
sorry,
Nigga Sammy's like, I think I met her at the club last night.
Hey, Sammy don't know nobody unless it's a voice he's doing.
Wait, Kamala, big booty, green eyes? Kamala?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not that Kamala.
Oh, not that Kamala. Okay.
Yeah, and I learned in her book too, it's Kamala.
Kamala.
She's clear on it's not Kamala.
Tomato. Jesus.
Well, that's important.
Kamala.
That's important, man.
Kamala.
We try to make it black, so we calling her Kamala, and she like, no, it's Indian, it's Kamala,
Yeah.
like a comma.
Oh,
Kamala.
she Indian.
Kamala.
Yeah,
Kamala.
yeah.
Okay.
Kamala.
Right.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Beautiful name.
But I just got a lot on my mind, a lot I want to rant about, man. But first, I don't know if you guys saw this guy, Jalil Ade, for the Chargers.
Oh yeah, I'm hip to him.
Oh man, crazy thing on
He's
Instagram.
the safety. He's the safety for the Chargers. Brother Long Dreads. Yeah.
Correct.
Tell us about it.
So NFL Los Angeles Charger Khalil Ade and his fiance Lindsey Nelson. If you haven't been on social media, they've been incurring the wrath from black Instagrams out there. So they posted like a IG stories. It seems kind of weird, but she had her and her friends. They were like on a vacation with their other black friends. And of course, we know that he's black and she's Caucasian.
Right.
And then all of their friends were black males and they were Caucasian. So let me set this up. And so each couple, one black, one white, they got a table and then they toasted more light-skinned kids.
Wow.
Crazy. It went viral, right? So they were actually proud.
That's kind of funny.
Did they have T-shirts?
Yes.
Wow. More light-skinned kids.
They were actually proud, and they actually did it 3 more times in the video, right? Okay. And so I'm kind of like in a different position in this, right? So I'm not actually mad at Lindsey, or I'm not mad at Ade either.
So it was a room full of African-American men, and they all had white girls.
Correct.
And they're all toasting because obviously all of them were making light-skinned kids.
Correct.
Are all the girls white and all the guys black? Was it like
exactly,
really?
exactly. And they already got a child, and his name is Zion. So all the conscious
they
woke
give him a nice black name.
Yeah, exactly.
Zion.
Yeah, exactly.
Zion.
Black name, yeah.
So so that's been plaguing on my mind, and I said, you know what? Everybody's angry, but I'm not angry. I'm actually like, the reason why is because this guy, he doesn't get it. He don't know no better. And why doesn't he know better? Because there's a term swelling in black political conscious community out right now that's rearing in the social community. And it's called ADOS, American Descendants of Slave. And what we don't know from a layman's term is, what does that mean? Because I know y'all going to say, what is American Descendant of Slave? And I don't know what that means.
Tell us back
a lot of
then.
people don't know that right now. But that just means you don't have someone in your family who is a mother that was a child sold in slavery. That means you don't have someone in your family that had a father who couldn't legally marry. You don't have somebody in your family that was a brother who could be killed for just reading and writing. You don't have somebody in your family that was a cousin who was considered 3/5 of a man. You don't have somebody in your family who was a sister who got raped by her master. That means you don't have somebody in your family who was an aunt who was a bastard child from that master, birthed through that. And this is where we get this ugly cycle of colorism from, and it still exists to this day. So before we start screaming, let's toast to having light-skinned kids at the same time, be at the means of the light-skinned history that we know in America today. So although you get to buy into that culture, you don't get to redefine it. So I like to implore everybody just to sit back, relax, and let's reevaluate what it means to be black. And how do we define the consequences for those who get to plug into it? Why? Because I said so.
Ladies and gentlemen, he said so. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. And that's going to be the segment every week, the I said so segment.
I said so.
So yeah, we want people to call in. You know what I mean? I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. You know what I mean?
Right, that's definitely.
Obviously, yeah, a lot of people have different opinions of that. 310-986-6610. Again, 310-986-6610. Oh, you know what? I think we actually have a call right now. He's calling in. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yo.
Caller?
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
Yo, can you hear me, blood?
Yeah, I hear you. Who's calling?
Yo, this Tekashi 6ix9ine, blood.
Oh, shit. Give it up, you guys.
Oh, we got a rare one.
Tekashi 6ix9ine calling us straight from the correctional facility, I think, on the East Coast.
Yo, like, I wasn't gonna call, right? But like my homeboy, he gave me this phone, right?
Yeah.
And he told me to pick up the phone. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm gonna call the Funny Don't Stop. Cause that shit, blood, that shit be keeping me going, blood.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. You don't know how much that you're listening to us, Tekashi, out there on the East Coast, man. I just want to know, how'd you get a phone in prison? Like, how'd that happen?
Yo, like, I had my baby mama, and I told her, like, she bought a phone, right?
Yeah.
Look, right? She bought a phone for my daughter.
Oh, okay.
And she gave me the phone for my daughter, and she slid it to me, blood.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm gonna call the Funny Don't Stop show because, like, it be some mad crazy shit going on right now, blood. Like, it's a dude right now, like, getting fucked right under me, blood.
Wow. No. Right now, Tekashi?
Like, literally right now.
So he's getting his ass blown out
but
the frame right now.
But they don't fuck with me because I tell them this fucking Treyway.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Tekashi, man, I just want to say thank you for calling us, man, and, stay strong in there. I hope, they're not trying to, touch you or nothing like that, or they're not trying to touch you, are they?
Oh, no, blood. Like, I'm protected. Like, I'm not like these dirty
with
fucking
condoms?
bloods.
Oh, okay.
I got money, and I'm protected, blood.
Okay, well, that's good
so
shit,
you ain't
man.
You ain't gotta worry about it with me, blood. But look, the fucking security is coming.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make sure I call the Funny Don't Stop show.
Yeah.
As soon as I can again, blood. I'm out. Treyway.
Appreciate it. You want my big round of applause for Tekashi 6ix9ine, man. That's dope. That's dope. Okay, so look, you guys. We're going to pay a few bills. We're going to go to a little commercial here. We're going to play some music. Remember, when we come back, give us a call, 310-986-6610. We'll be right back.
This date in Black history, August 22nd, 1989, Pauletta Weaver gave the first lap dance in a strip club.
I used to be a stripper. I always been about my business. I was too big to be up on that little ass pole. Look at all of this extra loving. I saw these little skinny bitches up on the pole making $20 and $30. And I'm like, let me get up and shake my ass up close and personal in these niggas' laps. I made $300 my first lap dance, and the rest was history.
Pauletta Weaver, an African-American icon. On this date in Black history, March 3rd, 1984, Tyrone Poodle Bailey became the first man to roll a blunt with Swisher Sweets.
You know, it wasn't a crazy story. I was in a liquor store and they ran out of zigzags. So I asked the clerk, I said, man, give me some of them Swisher Sweets over there. So he gave me the Swisher Sweets. I went back to the crib, broke it down, man, filled it up with my good weed. Man, that shit was 2 times bigger than a zigzag. I rolled that shit up, man, smoked it. Shit, I was high for 2 days.
Tyrone Poodle Bailey, an African-American icon.
What's up, you guys? It's Alex Thomas again from the Funny Don't Stop Show. Yes. Hey, like I said, we need people to call us up, hit us up. We've been getting callers from all over the world, 310-986-6610. If you're not hip, all you got to do is download the app. It's free. You can't beat free. And go to Marcus King Presents Comedy, and you'll see the Funny Don't Stop Show. Chime in. We having fun. We talking about all kind of stuff. Right now, we're about to get into this huge situation what's happening in the world, in the fashion world, with a whole lot of people saying fuck Gucci, and they did some rather racist things. I got a lot to say about this, but I want to hear what my team has to say. I want to hear what the rest of the world has to say, but we're going to start with Savvy. Savvy, holla at us.
What's Gucci Mane gonna do?
Well, tell them, Alex. You didn't tell everybody first why what's you usually tip us off with what the controversy is about in the first place.
You tell them. You tell them what the controversy is about. You know what I mean?
Well,
because I'm so angry with the situation. I'm very long-winded when it comes to this, so I'm gonna save what I got to say to last. I want to hear what everybody else is saying.
Okay, well, my man, Fact Man, if I say anything incorrect, make sure you correct it.
I got you.
But from what I've seen in my understanding, it looks like Gucci put out some clothes that was made in blackface, right? Mm-hmm. They came out, looks like some sort of a V-neck T-shirt that goes.
Actually, it's a turtleneck.
It's a turtleneck
goes over your mouth.
Yeah, that goes over your mouth, and it got the big lips.
The mammy lips.
The big mammy lips on the lips, and they were modeling it for fashion. So a lot of black people were talking about boycotting it. And it's not gonna be too hard for me to boycott it because I can't afford it in the first fucking place. So
I think the sweater's like $9.95.
Like dollars?
Wow.
You know, $995. Like it's got a million thread count on that motherfucker.
Fuck that. I wouldn't buy it anyway. But I'm with the cause though, you know, because I understand it, and I'm not the type of person that's ready to sit up and boycott everything, you know. But something to where somebody, a company, is constantly taking subliminal shots towards a specific race, and they're taking it because they know we're still dumb enough to buy it just because it is Gucci.
Exactly.
So even if I could afford the shit, I wouldn't buy it in the first place because I'm not gonna allow somebody to belittle me and say, "Nigga, you gonna buy this anyway?"
Exactly.
Fuck no.
I just got to add something to what you said, not to cut you off. We're so damn brainwashed. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Goyard, MCM, they can put their names on a napkin,
right?
And niggas will still buy it.
Right. You right. You right. No,
that's
he's
what
right.
They'd be like, nigga, that's that Gucci napkin.
Yeah,
nigga.
he's right.
That shit's really gonna clean my mouth.
That's true. You right.
Nigga, hey, put this ketchup on your mouth. See this Gucci motherfucking napkin. Get that shit off your mouth.
Right.
like a Denny's napkin or like a fucking JCPenney napkin couldn't do it.
He's right.
But that's just how brainwashed we are. But I'm gonna try to fall back because I got a lot to say about it.
Right.
Dara, you're a female. You're into fashion. You always fly when I see you. What is your feeling on? Yeah, you always fly. What is your take on the situation?
Thanks, Alex. You know what? I think it's fucked up because that's not the only label that is doing this as well. It's also Montclair, and I didn't notice this until the other day.
And Prada as well.
Sorry, yeah, and Prada as well. So and it's so and Katy Perry's shoes were pulled off the rack for anybody that don't know that her shoes.
Yeah, she had little monkey faces on her shit too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What are they? I don't know why they are so infatuated with our African mask and our booga faces.
Hey, it's culture vultures, man.
Yeah,
I told you
they
that.
will put a booga face and sell the shit for $1,900.
Yeah.
And what they don't understand is that shit hurts. They think you know what it is. Unfortunately, I understand Dapper Dan. Which is shout out to Dapper Dan. I'm not gonna knock that black man because we'll get to his story. You know what I mean? But you know, he's kind of like the only black voice of reason in Gucci, right?
Right.
And I'm pretty sure they didn't run that by him. I doubt this brother that's a fashion icon out of Harlem okayed the monkey face. You know what I mean?
How would they not think that this would cause an outrage? Like, how would they
I'm
not?
about to tell you.
I just don't understand.
No, they
And, like,
knew it would. They didn't give a shit.
How the fuck would they not? How did they not think?
They didn't give a shit.
I'm about to.
Well, clearly they didn't give a shit. But I mean, they had to know this was coming.
Not only do they not give a shit, what happens is if you have a board meeting and there is none of us in the room, you're going off what you assume, oh, they'll like that.
Yeah.
They'll love that.
Yeah.
No, there's not a nigga in the room going, no monkeys on our face. You're not gonna, that is degrading us.
Right.
You know what I mean? They thought it was cute. That's why they gave a real quick, fast apology also, but and unfortunately, I hate what T.I. said. Don't buy it for 3 months. No, nigga, how about not buying it at all?
Yeah, don't buy it at all.
That's like us escaping slavery and be like, come back now, see us now here.
Right.
Right. Nigga, I escaped slavery. I'm not trying to come back in 8 months.
You right. You absolutely
right. But don't
right,
let me get started because I'm very long-winded.
But let me ask you something, Alex. If you do you own any Gucci products that you've had before all this?
Absolutely not. Now,
before all this shit happened.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I was like every other black athlete and entertainer on the planet. At one time, I had tons of Gucci and Louis Vuitton, but we haven't got to the reason why I haven't had it for 10 years, and that's what's gonna come last for the people that didn't know. Yeah. I haven't touched Gucci, Louis Vuitton, or any of that stuff in 10 years, and when I hit you with why, you're gonna be like, okay. But I'm gonna save that to the end.
So then Savvy and I will stop laughing because we didn't know. We thought there was a joke coming. We didn't.
Oh no! When you hear what I got to say, then you're gonna be like, "Wow, I didn't know that."
Savvy over here, like, "Oh shit, what's about to happen?"
Did you have anything more to say about that? Because I want you to get all that out off your chest.
I mean, are you gonna stop wearing? Are you gonna stop? Like, I don't know if you own any Gucci. I mean, if you've owned Gucci previously, like 5 years ago,
we all have that. We'd be lying. We'd be lying if we're black people saying we didn't do it.
Are we gonna throw it away now because of that? I mean, I'm just curious.
Well, not to avoid your question, I think the situation is everybody, I feel everybody on this statement. And I'm not want to be the guy that's always cutting against the grain on all things, but I look at things on a macro level. And so how I see this is this situation is really about getting the masses riled up. And if you just watch what things are going with this country and the way things are going right now, socially, politically, even spiritually, it's to get us riled up. And they want us to get hyped up. So although this situation is bad, I think it's best for black people right now to just woosah, breathe, take a step back, but not get caught up in the game of basically getting hyped up on this, because that's what the system wants us to do.
Right.
Like we was joking a little bit early on a chat thread, right? And I was like, yo, simmer down, Dara, right?
Yes.
But I just want everybody to simmer down, calm heads, and really watch how this game is being played, because they want to provoke us to actually get upset, get out here and riot, and get both entities going. And I think the game is that. And everybody got to just be careful when we get into this outrage right now. We can just use our money in our black community and not buy the products from these other, but they've been doing this for years.
And both entities, meaning black and white, are just like cultures going against each other.
That's what this game is really about right now. It's about getting all the cultures going against each other, and so we gotta really be careful, because it's this selective outrage that is systematically being done. I just looked at a photo the other day of Beyonce. She actually had the same jacket on at the 2017 All-Star game.
Which one?
With a monkey,
with the big monkey face,
a monkey face jacket on. When I was actually doing all my little research, right? And everybody was a little bit outraged back then, but didn't really. But this has been going on for a while. We've been seeing blackface for over 400 years.
Right.
We've been in oppression over here for 400 years. There's nothing to get all excited about now. All we got to do is just use our money in our communities and do what we do and move on.
Then you get people that are like, is it different when you're black and you're wearing it versus when somebody's white and they're wearing it?
Just gonna ask that
so
question.
if Wesley Snipes wore the shit and it matched his skin color and shit, what's the feeling there? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but my feeling on this thing is it's like this, man. We got to start and try to support our own also. We're like one of the only races that doesn't do it. Mexicans, they support their own. The Korean communities, they support their own. You know, the Jews, they support the Armenians. That's what we're the only ones that kind of seek other people for validation of what we're doing. You know, unfortunately, there's not a lot of high-end products that are black-owned. It's like a status thing. You know, I used to joke years ago on stage. I used to say Gucci and Louis Vuitton come in the rich nigga handbook. Meaning, almost every brother in America, I don't care if you're from Brooklyn, if you're from South Central, if you're from the 5th Ward of Houston, you're from Tacoma, Washington, if you're from Compton, when you came up with nothing, there's 2 stores that almost every nigga on the planet goes to when he makes some money. And that is the what? The Gucci and the Louis Vuitton store. Because that's saying, look, nigga, I made it. I can now afford a $500 belt.
Right.
I can now get a $2,500 backpack.
Right.
And it's the truth. It's like if you go to every locker room in the NFL, in the NBA, you would think these niggas are sponsored by Gucci and Louis Vuitton. But let me tell you one thing about Gucci and Louis Vuitton. They don't give a fuck.
They don't.
I know my numbers. So last year,
it's a Willie Lynch syndrome, bro.
They don't care. If not one more black person ever bought Gucci or Louis Vuitton, they'd be okay without us. Yeah. But we're the ones that rap about it in every song. Right. Yeah. What these niggas don't understand is when a song goes platinum and you got your Grammy and you got your plaque, nigga, you've also put
Gucci on the map.
Millions of more dollars into their pocket. You keeping it going.
Absolutely.
Because it's a status thing, but it's just like, look what I have and look what you don't have. We've been doing it since the beginning of hip-hop. I say all that to say.
And diamonds and jewelry and everything.
I actually own the only black-owned high-end custom accessory line in the world. And a lot of people didn't know. I basically just kind of came out this year because now it's got so big. I own a company called the Louis Stewart Collection. It's called So Anybody on. Oh, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you go online right now, if you're on your Instagram, you go to Mr. Louis Stewart, MrLouis Stewart, or if you go on Instagram, you just go Mr. MrLouis Stewart. And we're the only black-owned high-end accessory line in the world. I always kept it low-key. I never was the dude trying to be all up in the video.
All in the video.
I just kept I just kept it in the background. We have over 400 guys in the NFL, the NBA, pro football, baseball, basketball. When President Obama was in office, we did his custom briefcase. Everybody from Justin Bieber to even to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather has probably spent $500,000 with us, even though we're going to talk about that.
None of us knew
We're
about
going to
this?
talk about that a lot because I never talked about it. People that know, but I never talked. I kind of took a page out of the white guy's books. Since I'm not a flashy guy, I'd rather motherfuckers not know. I'm not the dude to walk around with a ton of chains and stuff like that because I don't need that type of attention towards me. But if you look at our website, it's thelouisstewartcollection.com. You'll see, and so for example, people would just hit me out the blue and be like, Floyd's on a jet. He just pulled $5 million out of his backpack, his Louis Stewart backpack. I just saw Floyd in another country. He just pulled, $2 million out of his backpack. His last 5 fights, he bought custom backpacks from us to match his outfits. Don't get me wrong, he still buys Gucci, he still buys Louis Vuitton. It's like in all of our closets right now. I have some Nikes, I have some Reeboks, I got some Fear of Gods. I've got it all because I'm not sponsored by any of those people. It's just things that I like. So I understand when he got his big rant, I like Gucci. I mean, I'm not mad at him because he spent $500,000 with us.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? What's crazy, I'm gonna just tell you all what happened to us personally this week. When T.I. kicked up all this dust, and the whole country started talking. And then you get the black people that are fuck these, they're finally kind of understanding they don't care about us.
Right.
In a matter of 48 hours, we did about 130,000 in sales.
Yeah.
In the last 3 days. From people all of a sudden I woke up, I didn't even know, people had to hit me. You hear about T.I.? I was like, how did we get all these sales overnight? We've been in business 10 years now. But it's crazy. We got 130,000 in sales in less than 48 hours from, I guess, people realizing, because you hear, the superstars saying, let's support black companies. I know they're out there, and we're screaming like, nigga, we've been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
Is that what it took for you guys to finally support us? If that's what it took, it's what it took. You get what I'm saying? We're just trying to say, we all, I say it in a comedy kind of way, we all have a watch, but not everybody has an iced out Rolex, right?
Right.
We all have a car. Not everybody can afford a Bugatti. We're not knocking you if you can't afford a Bugatti. We're not knocking you if you don't have an iced out Rolex. We're just saying there's levels to this shit.
Right.
You got to work up to that. We would get fucked up emails sometimes. I'm telling you, as a black owner of the only black accessory line in the world, I would get some people, the things that hurt my heart is when black people would hit us up and go, you're black owned. Why you so expensive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Do you say that when you go in the Gucci store?
Wow.
Do you say that when you go in the MCM store? Do you say that when you go in the Go Yard with your full check? Just because we're black, we're supposed to be cheap? It's supposed to be. And if you look at it, people that are now just finding out about it, they go to our page, they're like, oh my God, I see every superstar on the planet. People think that we were only selling to celebrities. No, black celebrities in the NFL and the NBA and people who were able to afford, they were just the ones to support us. All the stuff that you're going to see on the Louis Stewart Instagram, you're going to see a ton of custom orders. But when you go to our website, you see the stuff that's available to everybody.
Well, I got a question,
And you'll see there is things that are available for everybody. But no, to answer people that say dumb stuff like that, just because we're black doesn't mean our shit needs to be cheap.
That's interesting.
So do y'all got a layaway plan, Alex?
I was just going to say.
Absolutely
I was just going to say, hold on, because
I was just like, yo.
because we're all family now, so do we get like the Jupon?
No. Now you just bought up something
I'm
else.
kidding.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because that's been
I'll
a big
pay full
deal.
price.
That's been a big deal over these last 10 years. People go, why did you not tell? Like, how do your own peers not know you were the owner of this? People go, man, I see these bags everywhere. I see them on every star. I just saw on the Oscars. I just saw Ray J walking. I just saw Kim Kardashian. The reason I didn't say anything is because I knew my own peers and everybody around me was going to want it for free.
Oh, absolutely.
And I knew that being a comedian, they weren't going to respect that I was thinking outside the box.
Of course not.
I'm no different than a Jay-Z or a Diddy. And what I mean by that is, these are two guys that made their name in the hip-hop world, right?
Right. Yeah.
Sean John, Rockaware. They thought outside the business of hip-hop, right?
They did.
They happen to have two $600 million clothing lines. I just happen to be the first comedian with a multi-million-dollar accessory line. But the difference was, you didn't see me laying in my billboards.
Right.
So you got like a happy white guy on the cover of your
nigga until I actually came out and told people had no idea it was a black, and I wanted to keep it that way. They know now, but
let the product sell itself.
Let the product sells itself. So
I want to tell some people and start to control. How do we tell Stewart? How do you spell?
It's called the Louis Stewart Collection. www.the Louis LOUIS Stewart STEWART collection.com, and on Instagram it's Mr. MR LOUIS STEWART. And I'm not screaming, support black folks, please, because we can't do nothing without you. No, I'm just saying support us in a very humble way, like the same way you walk in and buy this other stuff. How about you at least look into us?
Absolutely.
And don't just assume since we're black, we can't be fly and we can't be high end also.
So let me ask you this, Alex.
Yes.
When you have your board meetings or whatever and you're talking about your product, is there ever a time when you say, let's come out with something that's just going to piss off a race of people?
Absolutely not. Why would I do
what I'm
that?
saying is that what Gucci does? They just say,
No, I
okay,
don't
you know
think
what,
it was
guys?
intentional.
Let's put something out that's just gonna target a certain race of people and piss them off.
I'm about to take
just to see if they buy it.
I'm about to go deep. You know another company that pulled the wool over our eyes? Oh, and I'm gonna say, and they got huge in hip hop, but it was because of three guys.
Bathing Ape?
Bathing Ape.
Yeah,
the Bathing Ape, I forgot about
so
that.
Nego,
Yeah.
right? I'm pretty sure he would, I'm not saying he's a racist. No.
Yeah.
He thought it was cute, it was cool to put monkeys and gorillas.
Right.
So what did you do? I mean, I'm not mad when I say this, I'm just stating facts right now. At that time, his face was the biggest young new guy in the business that the world was fucking with every day. You heard his music on radio, you saw him in it, and that was Pharrell, right?
Oh,
so
yeah,
Pharrell
that's
was not
right.
only a business partner, but a friend, and he was the hottest guy at the time. Boom, next thing you know, Lil Wayne.
Correct.
He caught fire. He was huge. So that then next thing you know, Kanye. So it was timing with them.
Correct.
And it blew the fuck up. But again, off monkey faces.
Exactly.
Right.
Next nigga, you gonna put bananas on our watches, nigga. You know what I mean?
And the niggas will buy it depending on the brand.
And now I'm about to fuck you up even more. I can go real deep, and I'm not trying to sound angry. Supreme.
Right.
Supreme is one of the biggest skate brands ever, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What happened? They collaborated with Louis Vuitton. So now that little duffel that was in the skateboard shop that used to be $150, it's now $3,500.
Right.
Exactly.
Why? Because of that brand. Now, remember I said if you put their name on a napkin, now you can sell the napkin for $4,500?
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's just because we're brainwashed like that.
Fucking
That's
Christmas
right.
bag.
Well, it's happened over centuries of time, man. That's why I'm glad you went down memory lane for us. So
I had to say so
get
they
some
know I got
chronology.
facts.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking, I'm not just an angry dude. I'm talking from facts.
But you got to be angry out here, man. I think sometimes we suppress that. We think we got to walk around just in love all the time. And love is sometimes through actual righteous anger. And so I think that's important for us as we go through these emotions and sift them out and try to figure out how do we actually channel that and get back on schedule. I think that's where we got to go, and that's how we going to heal from this situation.
What was happening right now is finally this generation is kind of understanding their power. The power of hip hop.
Right.
The power of hip hop is bigger than it's ever been.
Right.
I'm going to give you a good example. You would have thought that Tom Ford had a deal with Jay-Z.
Yeah, because I did. I did.
Tom Ford. You would think that he paid him for that. No, that song went quadruple platinum. His sales went through the roof.
Right.
You know what I mean? It goes for a lot of products out there. A lot of products that when Jay-Z, when he said, fuck throwback jerseys.
Right.
Throwing a button up. Niggas burned their throwback jerseys.
That's right.
Nigga, it cost $800 for a Jack Tatum motherfucking Raider jersey, nigga.
Right.
But the nigga burned it because Jay-Z said, burn it and start wearing these. And next thing you know, you see fat gangster niggas that did drive-bys last night in their fucking throwback. Nigga, this nigga made me put on a goddamn button up. Nigga, I could go to Bible study after this goddamn drive-by and shit. But that's the power of hip-hop.
It is.
That's why they're paying all these, whether it's a nigga selling toilet tissue or Sprite, they know how huge it is.
Right.
So I say that to say to anybody listening and watching, when you're rapping about Gucci, when you're rapping about MCing, they're like, nigga, thank you. Because we didn't have to pay you a dime.
Exactly.
Oh my God, don't get me going.
Free advertising.
Gucci Man and motherfucking Soulja Boy.
I was just going to say, what's going to happen to Gucci Man now that everything happens?
Does he change his name now?
Is he going to fix his tattoo?
Is his real name Walter Abernathy?
Walter Abernathy. Wow,
He's just gonna drop the G, Uchi. But I used to work with Moet Hennessy back in the day. It's LVMH and all that kind of stuff, right? And it was one thing I used to like when I used to throw parties, I used to always submit to get sponsorships from Moet Hennessy, and they will always be like, yo, Sed, we're not gonna cut you a check. We'll come support you with product, but we're not gonna cut you a check. And I'm like, yo, I go to these big balls and galas and I see you guys buying all kind of product, y'all actually buying actual assets in the party, but why y'all don't cut us no check? And they were like, well, Sed, you know, we don't pay the black demographic. We just get that for free. And so we see when you see our bottles in the video, we're not doing product placement on those videos. And so this is the actual regional person telling me, yo, we don't pay for that. We don't pay y'all. You just do that for free.
Really, because they're like, you niggas are puppets. You do it for us.
Basically.
Wow.
They don't need to. Like I said, if you don't spend $1 more at Gucci, Louis Vuitton, MCM, they will be okay without this. I mean, let me give you a great example. In our generation, some of the biggest
You good.
Hold on, I'm gonna keep talking. Some of the biggest names in our generation have never got a deal from them. You know why? Because they don't do it.
Right. They just won't.
You would think let's just take 2 or 3 of our biggest. Let's just say Will Smith, Beyonce, and goddamn Obama.
Right.
It doesn't get any bigger than that.
Yeah. Right.
They don't care. They've been around 100 years, bro. They know you're gonna come in here and spend this money.
Right.
They don't need a face. Like, nigga, I'm not selling candy.
Right.
I'm not selling Skittles.
Right.
I'm not trying to sell a shoe.
Right.
I'm trying to sell. It sells itself.
Right.
So that shows they don't care about us. I mean, the story goes back. I think it was 20 years ago. Somebody helped me out when Oprah Winfrey walked into the corporate headquarters at Hermes in France.
Right.
She had a baseball cap on. She had sunglasses. First of all, a cheap bag in Hermes is $2,200, nigga. So top shelf, nigga, is a house on top of that shelf right there. Right. So she was like, "Can I see that right there?" And they pulled a boomerang on her. They're like, "There is no layaway. We don't take credit cards.
Not even.
That's not for sale." And she was appalled, right?
Wow.
She took them glasses off, took the and said, "Bitch, I'm Oprah Winfrey." Nigga, and I'm about to do a show about you guys. I mean, it's almost like when T.I. goes, "Don't fuck with Gucci for 3 months," because nigga, it worked for a little bit and niggas went right back. Because it's almost like crack to us.
Right, it is.
We know if we can spend $3,500 or $15,000 on a bag, it looks to our people like, nigga, I'm rich and I'm huge and I can do this and you can't.
Right.
What we're trying to say is, man, there's other people out there that are doing it. Support a black business that's doing it.
Well, they've done the
You know?
statistics, Alex. That's the thing. They've already done the macro statistics on the numbers to show that. First of all, we don't understand. We're so aspirational. We think our numbers from a demographic is larger than what it is. We only make up 14 to 15% of the population.
Right.
Then when you look at the upper millionaires and billionaires, that number shrinks dramatically. I was looking at the statistics the other day. The average LA income for African American is $200 liquid. I'm gonna say that again. The average income, liquid income for African Americans in the state of California is $200.
Nigga, $200 or what?
Liquid. $200 cash.
A month.
Cash.
Niggas are selling flowers make more than $200.
Yeah, that's real.
Nigga, the weed man is making more than that.
It's a lot
what
of poverty.
What are you talking about, $200? That's damn near homeless money, dude.
Yes, it's a lot of poverty, man. So when you start looking at the balance of it out, it's not a lot of money out there. So they can already consider that a wash. We got like, what, 20, 50? When you start adding up the millionaires and billionaires, that's nominal compared to the money that's out there from Arabs, Persians, not blacks, but whites, Germans. So when you start putting that together, it's about a macroeconomic game, not a microeconomic. And so we're in this bubble. So we got to look at it on a larger level.
I touched something earlier, but now I just got to go a little deeper. Here's 2 examples of brainwash beyond brainwash. Let's just go back to Gucci Mane.
Right, Gucci
Nigga
Mane
named himself after the brand. If that's not great, how do you just go home to your mama? Mama, it's not Daniel anymore. It's Gucci.
Gucci Mane.
I'm gonna need you to say Gucci every time you see me. Gucci. Yeah. How do you have sex with a chick and be like, I don't need you to call me Daniel anymore. I need you to call me Gucci.
Gucci.
You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna take one more step further in brainwashing. Soulja Boy tattooing the Gucci emblem
on his
in
head.
the middle of his forehead. Did you know that, King?
Yeah.
He tatted it, and y'all know. But how about his explanation? If that's not the most brainwashed dumb shit ever, he went on. I saw it on World Star. The nigga said, "They said, why did you tat the Gucci emblem in the middle of your face. And this fool said, because I don't spend over $1 million in my life at the Gucci store.
Yeah.
You know what I said? You know what I said? Nigga, I spent over $1 million at McDonald's in my life. But I didn't get fries on my goddamn forehead. You don't see the golden arches over my eyebrows, nigga.
How much in golf? How much money you spent in golf?
Yeah, no, I know. No, but no, it's funny you bring that up because his homeboy, his hype man, his face is completely tatted, like completely tatted. They asked his homeboy, they said, so why did you tattoo your whole face? And this little motherfucker said, because I'm about that life. If I like that shit, I tat that shit. I was like, that's stupid. Can you imagine a nigga my age just tatting random shit on my face just because I like it? There'd be all kind of shit on my face, King. Titties, Brussels sprouts, golf clubs, cigars, nigga, be all kind of shit on my face. But that just shows this generation, if that's not brainwashed. So I just saw him on TMZ yesterday, and he's going through the process.
Yeah,
taking it off.
As of the last 3 days.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, he has to go to like 4 sessions to erase the shit off his
so
face.
lucky that
I'm excited, man. We are waking up in these days, man. And that's what's so important, man. We waking up to our identity, waking up to our culture. We're not just drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I hate to shift here, man. It's just like even this thing with Kamala Harris that's going on right now, right? And it's just like everybody's being critical of what we're going to get on the political platform. What are you speaking to? It's great seeing her, Cory Booker. We didn't even speak about that last week. Cory Booker is running also.
So how many brothers altogether are running for president right now for 2020?
When you say brothers or you mean...
okay, like just black. I should say that because she's a woman. So how many African Americans?
One.
Because she doesn't consider...
Who's the other?
Cory Booker and Kamala.
He said brothers. He said already.
Okay, I should have been more specific. Black people running for president.
Cory Booker and Kamala Harris.
And now, Kanye's not running? Kanye's not running?
No. I think he pushed his back.
Wait, you know what?
It's Kamala.
Wait, hold up. Speaking of Kanye, he actually told me earlier today that he was going to drop by. You know, he comes by every other week. For the people that are wondering, since we're on the topic, I might as well let everybody know he has a lot to talk about on this topic, and you know, he just dropped by. He's in his gym stuff. He just came from the gym, but he's here tonight to talk about his situation for running for president. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Kanye West. Give it up for him. Give it up for him.
Kanye West in the building.
Yes.
Yo, what's up? Yo, I think that was really dope the way you gave me that drop, Dano. That was dope.
So let me ask you, Kanye. People are talking about it, but are you actually running for president, or is that just talk? Was that a publicity stunt to sell albums? What was it?
No, it was not. It was not a publicity stunt. Look, I went to speak with Donald Trump a couple of days ago, right? Mm-hmm. And Donald told me that he already spoke to his people. Now, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but he spoke to his peoples in Russia.
Oh, okay.
And so he's going to win the next election. So I'm going to run after he wins this next election. So that's why I decided not to run this time.
Oh, so you just gave us some news that the world didn't know. You know for a fact your boy Trump is about to be president again, and since y'all boys, you wait for the next one.
I told you, man. Why do you think that I'm endorsing him, Alex? I'm not endorsing him just because I like his fluffy yellow hair.
Oh, okay.
I'm endorsing him because him and my wife, which has gotten a lot of people, how do you say clemency or amnesty?
I think it's amnesty.
Amnesty.
Yeah,
but I say it my way because I'm Yeezy.
Okay.
But after that, Donald Trump has promised me that when his term is up for the second term, that he's going to endorse me and I will win for president. And my wife, Kiki Drake, will be the next first lady of the United States of America.
That's huge. Give it up for Kanye and Kim, man. That's positive, man.
Yo, appreciate it, Alex.
Like one more big round of applause. Kanye West, he dropped by, man. We learned something tonight. He's actually running for president once Trump gets back in office again.
Man, that's a cold situation.
That's a cold situation. Can y'all imagine Kim Kardashian being the first lady?
Man.
Nigga, she gonna be taking selfies all up in the Oval office. Little kids running around the front yard and shit.
That's gonna be a mess.
Nigga, what's crazy is it's gonna be the first time there's gonna be a studio in the White House.
Yeah, right.
Like the basketball court, right? Hey, we already got a trifling first lady already right now.
I know, man.
They keep it kind of low though, but
Yo,
But you right.
She got Playboy spreads, naked pictures, everything.
Well, I heard he grabbed her by the pussy, and next thing, the rest was history.
That's all it took.
Naughty girl. Naughty girl.
How about Cory Booker though, man? This
Let's
dude-
get back to Cory. Let's get back to the brothers running.
This dude here, man. You see him come on the Breakfast Club? They asked him, "Do we have a black agenda?" It was
Did he
birds,
really say that?
Birds chirping. He did like a little kind of laugh to kind of chuckle it off, and then had no actual content to say. And then he started dancing around the place. in
So
the
he
conversation.
probably really doesn't know politics.
Oh, he knows politics very well. Very well. But he has no black agenda. And he didn't think black people was going to ask some serious questions. They thought he was going to come on there and shuck and jive and ask him what's his favorite rap song. They asked him straight up, yo, all that sound good. What's your black agenda? He had no answer.
Right.
But he said, oh, I got a new boo.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he got a new boo.
Does the nigga have a mixtape too? I mean, Jesus Christ.
He ain't winning already using the word boo. He's just a rap.
Yeah. So that sounds questionable to me already. The fact that he's saying he got a boo. Don't no brothers say I got a new boo.
Oh my God! So so his State of the Nation address is gonna be at the barbershop. That's what it is. While he's getting edged up and shit.
So the word is Rosario Dawson though. That's what the word is.
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah,
What about
yeah.
her? Wait. So I gotta ask Dara something. She's got something that she wants to say, and she got a lot that she wants to say, and it's a segment, and it's called "What the Fuck."
What the fuck, you guys?
So just tease them a little. We're gonna start off with a little what the fuck, and then we're gonna go. We got about 5 minutes. We're gonna go to a commercial, and then we're gonna come back and talk some more shit. Okay.
Oh God,
Dara, talk that shit, Dara.
Shit, I got a couple choices now. Damn it. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna get into this one because this is a what the fuck. Because it's funny because you mentioned Kim Kardashian and taking selfies. So I think I'm just gonna do this one then.
Right.
What the fuck? Two selfie toasters are now being made.
What the fuck is a selfie toaster?
Listen,
Did you make that
toaster,
up?
I swear to God, there's the selfie toaster.
Can you explain to us what a selfie toaster
It's
is?
the top 25 weirdest gadgets. It's named number 3 in Time Magazine's top 25 weirdest gadgets. It's $75. So ladies, for Valentine's Day, if your guy that you're dating, your lover, whoever has been an asshole, you can take a picture of your asshole and you upload it. You send it to this company, and they make these. They take these special rails that hold the bread against these interchangeable stainless steel. They're stencils, and these guys. There's these people that live in a mountain, like on a mountain in Vermont, that make these metal stencils. And you send in. You can send in a photo of yourself. It could be a cat's butthole. You'll find
cat's butthole.
It could be anything. It could be your face.
If that's not the whitest shit I've ever heard in my life. And there's someone going, what about your puppy's asshole? Huh? Is it just cats?
You're gonna find a lot that I love the word butthole. Not because I'm into anal, but I just think the word butthole is fabulous.
Alrighty.
No, but the word butthole's funny. So
No, it
I
is.
just think, you know what? If the guy's being a shithead, you can literally take a picture of anything, upload it. You can send it, and you can make us some toast in the morning. You can put a nice fig jam on there. You can put a little cherry spread. You can get a little.
Wait, Dara. Before we go to a commercial,
Yes.
I really, even after all that explanation, I still don't see where the toaster comes in. Like, what does a toaster have to do with your asshole and taking pictures?
I don't know.
And uploading.
Alex, let me chime in. Okay. Because I've seen this. And it was on the Stephen Colbert show where they took some toast and put Steve Buscemi's face on toast.
Yes.
Imagine having Steve Buscemi's face on your toast.
Imagine his teeth.
What the fuck does it have to do with a selfie, though? Where's the camera coming?
Because you upload a picture, like she said, any picture, and they can make
They make it out of stencil. They take it out of metal
and it compresses it to the
And these
toast.
guys in Vermont live, and they take a stencil and they etch it out.
Look. We're gonna go to a commercial. We're gonna pay a few bills. All right, and we're not. We got a few more minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna finish asking that question. So the selfie, the picture, embeds into the bread.
Yes, it's a special rail that holds. So like when the toast goes in the toaster, this little rail goes, psh, and when it squishes against the toast, it's like interchangeable stainless steel stencils. So you can have even up to 5 pictures, and if you save your money, because I love saving some shekels. I love saving some shekels.
And for the people that don't know, because I just got back from Jerusalem, shekels is their money.
Very good, Alex.
And she's Jewish, so yeah.
I'm impressed by this
I actually went to a strip club in Jerusalem,
You did?
and I made it rain shekels.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. Can I go with you? I want to do this.
You think I'm bullshitting?
You're raining
A nigga had to do it.
They're like ding 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 ding.
No, it was funny because there was rabbis in there, and they were making it rain shekels. And I had a good old Jewish time. I had my little yarmulke on. You know, they wanted to adopt me out there in Jerusalem.
They did.
You know what I didn't realize? This is when you know you're having a whole lot of damn fun. I thought you meant 3 minutes until another break.
No.
You're saying 3 minutes until the entire show is over.
Yeah, that's it. That's
If
it.
that doesn't prove we are having fun here at the Funny Don't Stop show, and I see Marcus King. Big shout out to Marcus King. He is in the building.
Yeah.
King in the building.
That's why whenever you see Marcus King presents, let me just tell you why that guy is so near and dear to me. I was on one of the biggest TV shows for years. It was called The Jamie Foxx Show, and this man was an executive producer of the show. This man has known me since I had been doing comedy 5 minutes. He had a lot to do with why I'm here today, and I never really have publicly got to say thank you, man. Even the show still runs, and I'm still getting residuals, and I appreciate you for having us on this network, and we all did our drops. Everybody said, you know, Marcus King presents Dash Comedy and Dash Radio. Right. And you got all your drops.
Yes.
Yes. And I just want to say we appreciate everybody worldwide who has been supporting us and watching the Funny Don't Stop show. You don't know how much we appreciate it. Check us out on YouTube. You gotta check out the YouTube. If you missed the whole show, you will see the entire YouTube. And spread the word. Just make sure everybody downloads the app. The app is free. All you got to do is go to Dash Radio and Dash, and I'm telling you, it's hysterical. Every single Tuesday night, 8 to 9:30. Just chime in, man, and we're gonna have fun. All right. So, well, one more time before we leave, let everybody know where they can find you, Savvy.
You can find me on everything social media, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at savvy_amusing.
All right, and Dara.
You can find me at Only One Dara, ONLY, the number 1.
Absolutely.
DARA.
Yes, you can
Sed
find
Brass.
me everywhere on social media at Sed Brass. That's Sed with an S, SED, Brass like the metal, BRASS.
DJ Dano.
Yeah, you can find me on the socials, man. I am DJ Dano. That's IAMDJ DANNO.
You can't even spell
He's
his
had
own
a
fucking
whole
name.
lot of Ciroc.
He's a
Okay.
mess.
Too much.
And one more time, Diddy, we appreciate you for being our sponsor. You know what I mean? We all on that Blackberry Ciroc, brother.
out to Diddy.
And we appreciate that. And my name is Alex Thomas, and you can find me at Funny Man Alex Thomas. And we out, man.
We
the
out.
Funny Don't Stop Show.
The Funny Don't Stop shows. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey. The Funny Don't Stop shows. The Funny Don't Stop. Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop shows. The Funny Don't Stop. Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop shows. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey. The Funny Don't Stop shows. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey. The Funny Don't Stop shows. The Funny Don't Stop. Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop shows. The Funny Don't Stop. Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop shows. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey.